How do you think that's shaped where you are now?
It helped me out a lot, actually. So going through the spring, playing outside receiver, coming into camp, still playing outside receiver. So it's a lot of different things that I know more now, like release techniques, catching the ball in traffic, because it's different than playing slot.
Do you anticipate staying there? Have they talked to you about mixing you in the slot and outside?
I'm open to being flexible to wherever I need to play in the offense. If a coach just wanted me to play in the slot, then I can play in the slot. If they need me to play on the outside, I'm willing to do whatever the team needs me to do.
So, I mean, obviously, when you think of an outside receiver, usually they're taller and bigger. What is there a model or a really good guy, a smaller guy you look to or watch film of who's worked on the outside a lot?
Tyreek Hill, Antonio Brown, Odell Beckham. They're not big guys. They all under 6 feet.
What do you think about your skill set can maybe give you? I mean, they're obviously really, really fast.
Yeah.
How can you kind of open that up on the outside, right? Is it about learning those releases and putting yourself in the space it's maybe easier to find in the slot? Yeah,
definitely. Playing on the outside, it's a chess match because you're constantly playing in front of a DB that's going to always press you, especially when it's a quicker, faster guy. They don't want to let us get behind them, so they're always going to try to put hands on. So me trying to study my releases and studying DBs that I'm going against week to week, man, that helps me out a lot.
It's kind of interesting because you work on the outside and Jamal and Russ in the slot.
Yeah.
Kind of backwards is the wrong word, but you know what I mean? It's creating different kind of matchups that when I watch football, you just don't see it that often. Do you think that's reflective of the coaching staff's thinking and willingness to maybe go outside the box to create matchups like that?
It's all about matchups too, and it's just about the flexibility of our receivers. If all our receivers are dynamic enough to play all 4 positions on the field, then that's good, because at the end of the day, when they go to the NFL, you never know which position that they might play. So some offenses may need a bigger guy in the slot and maybe just a block or just take a linebacker down the field because it's easier to see him rather than a smaller slot running down the field, because you have a safety playing over top, usually with a linebacker trailing. So it's harder to see smaller guys like myself going through that.
Is that so? So I'm a big NBA fan, and the culture around basketball now, it's all about matchups, right? If you watch the NBA in the playoffs, they're trying to run pick and roll and isolate the worst defender. Football coaches don't usually talk as openly as basketball coaches do, just kind of the culture. But have you noticed that changing? Just when you hear coaches talk and guys talk, they're more attuned to finding that spot on the field where the team can best attack the defense?
Oh yeah, definitely. That's what the game of football is all about too. I know a lot of coaches don't elaborate on it a lot, but finding the matchups on the field, that's the best way to go about the game. That's the easiest way to win a football game.
What's